Damn. Shots fired. I know he does. That's all you know how to do. There's no lie about that. We didn't say you lying. We know that. We know that. You're not lying about that, sir. You're not.
Allen taken right to the air. He's got time. Pocket is opening up there.
Johnny getting kind of scared. That man using aim team. That's when we know man got scared. He's using aim team. That man's scary. I called him out because I want to show y'all I play the best. Oh shit. Okay, what we doing, Johnny man? Facts. No, I called you out. I called you out. Facts. That's why I say too when I play in the tournament. Keep that same energy, man. You about to strike. You about to add your loss.
And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain.
Damn.
That's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today.
I got my window blouse on too.
Allen now on first down.
Come on, I was outside the pocket.
I'm off today and tomorrow.
Well, I've always wanted to ask.
I'm off today and tomorrow. That nigga's in trouble.
Is there ever a time where a quarterback feels intentional grounding is actually worth it?
No.
No, I'm off today because that June 19th, but I choose to be off. I choose to be off on Friday. I say fuck it. Yeah, it's a fair holiday now. They don't respect it. They don't respect it. When they start doing June 19th, was it last year?
Yeah, I'm gonna call that scripting for success right there. Can't do it much better than that. And listen, when you script these first plays, you don't always know who the targets are going to be. It's really then relying upon what the defense is trying to take away. They couldn't take away that big old tight end.
I pressed the wrong button too.
Bass now to kick this away. Nicole Hardman now on the return. The coverage team there. That's going to stop the return before it can get to the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Look at this. The wideout gets it to start this drive. And the defense gets there.
Stupid.
Can I have a moment, Kate? Just a moment to
that ain't stupid.
that play on defense. They were all over it from the start. Get behind the line to blow up the play. Then how many times do we see his highlight reel touchdowns going the other way?
That hurt. That hurt. That hurt, y'all. That hurt. That hurt. That hurt. That hurt, y'all. That hurt. That hurt.
Taking a shot deep down the field it goes.
That hurt, y'all.
On second down, but the deep shot doesn't work. Ryan connecting with Xavier Worthy there. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
There's the
look up.
He was all over him in coverage. And that really did help force the incompletion.
Last pass on
Johnny man. Johnny man.
Back now, pressure on his way.
PickADilly, let's go, buddy.
That was nasty, Johnny man. That's what they call me, surgical, Johnny man. That was nasty. You ain't gotta worry about that. I'm going for 2. I'm going for 2, man.
But you can see things starting to unravel a little bit, even after just 2 possessions. A touchdown here could really continue that momentum towards an early runaway.
No, sir. No, sir.
A tight end in motion now.
I'm gonna beat the top players. I'm gonna beat all the top players. Let y'all know. I gotta humble y'all. I'm humble all y'all. I'm humble all y'all. I already humble DJ. I'm really humble his ass again. We 1-on-1 now.
Before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
Connects with the open man downfield. Touchdown.
I got something for you, man. I got some new plays, man.
Pick it off and get Colts on the ensuing drive. Not even 2 minutes in, Brock, and they've already got 2 touchdowns up on that scoreboard.
I got some new plays, Johnny, man. I really do.
Lead offense said every season this is some incredibly fast-paced scoring to begin a game. Right off the bus, ready to roll full speed from the start.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Shut up. Shut up. You talk too much. You talk too much. You talk too much. Got him. The difference with it, I'm gonna go for it in your face. I ain't gonna do like you did a little sneaky shit. I'm gonna do your face. Yeah, he horrible. That nigga horrible. Damn. Watch it through the phone. You watch through the phone. You watch it through the phone. That's what he doing.
First and 10 now from the 30. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw.
You heard that boy feelings, man.
Give him 15 yards on the pickup there.
You heard that boy feelings.
You're gonna have a first down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route to K.
But watch your shit quietly. He don't want to hear your voice. He want to watch it quietly on the phone.
Right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
The pass ball's incomplete.
He ain't happy. You getting back-to-back loss?
So not a holding call. One of the linemen actually too far downfield that time. That's what drew the flag.
I saw that. I read that there. I read that shit. That shit crazy.
Here's Mahomes.
And then a cornerback.
He's got it inside.
He wide receiver.
And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22. On first and 10, here's Mahomes. Escapes the pocket. Throwing on the run, deep down the middle.
I gotta do everything, man. I gotta do everything, Johnny, man. You know that.
Right there. Actually, when you're outside the pocket, because your body is going and moving laterally, it often takes the ball out of bounds just like that. It's a tough connection to make, even under the best of circumstances.
They fake the handoff. Now Mahomes. That one's cut along the left sideline. And this is down all the way to the 3. They get 19, and now they're going to have first and goal.
You know I love those.
And it's a long-ass first quarter, Johnny, man.
So critical. Those chunk plays, they lead statistically so often to scoring. And then when you get into a tight end and play action, it's just a little icing on the cake.
A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Pacheco. And he runs it across. Touchdown. The Chiefs make it a one-score game. It's an Isaiah Pacheco touchdown. That was a great response, Brock. After they got driven backwards on first down, they go right back to the ground and score just one play later.
Yeah, and I think if you and I were in the huddle down there after that first down loss, I think we would have felt a whole bunch of pride. Give me another shot, and boy, did they deliver.
The extra point is up, and it is good. And the Chiefs chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. And he just sends it over the end zone. No threat of a return at all, but now they're going to spot the ball at the 30 to begin the drive. Offense ready to begin this drive. First and 10. First down of the game for James Cook. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down. Complete to Shakir. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. Offense up to the line fast. Handoff headed right. It's Cook. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Leo Chanel able to bring him down. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Another one for Cook. And he'll take it past the midfield stripe.
You're right. I gotta change it up, man. I gotta change it up. You're right.
Working quickly here.
If I'm gonna win this game, I gotta change up my whole offensive scheme. You do know what I want. You do. You do.
Down the left sideline he goes. And he will score. Touchdown, Buffalo.
I mean, know what I want, man. You know what I want.
So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period. End of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
Come on, bro.
Set up for another play. We've hit the end of the first quarter. It's a 2-score game early. We'll return to Highmark Stadium in just a moment.
He has had discussions with the U.S. and that Iran's interest in full nuclear energy can be ensured.
Bass now to kick this away.
I will not go into details now, as there are many. All these details
Hartman with a return.
both the Israeli and American sides, and we have sent certain signals to our
Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line.
possible to ensure it is to the view of people in nuclear energy. At the same time, it is possible to address Israel's concerns regarding its security. In my opinion,
Oh my God, man.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Damn, should be the pick. That should be the pick. It's all right, y'all. We're doing something right, y'all. We're doing something right.
Back to throw Mahomes.
That's my fault.
That's complete. Isaiah Pacheco. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
I know coordinator, quarterback will be upset with that first down because you call a screen on first, you're thinking stay ahead of schedule. Even a minimal gain to stay on pace, but instead, the defense creates a negative play and sets them back behind the sticks.
Nearly intercepted. Ooh, he almost had it. Couldn't bring it in. Incomplete. That brings up 3rd down.
With 2 more reactors planned for the future.
Operating from the gun. Here's Mahomes. He's going to push one deep down the right. And they really went for it on 3rd down, didn't they? But the heave falls incomplete. Now they're facing 4th down. Lucky that didn't end as an interception.
This game ain't over, dude. You talking like this game over. House, nigga. House, nigga. You talk too much. You talk too much. You talk too much. You really do. You talk too much. You talk too much. Told this game ain't over, man.
Again, Mahomes to throw.
Johnny Appleseed.
Oh, this is getting ugly early. Intercepted again.
Talk too much. Should be ashamed of yourself, my boy. Talk too much.
PickADilly.
Aggressive choice to go for it on 4th and that kind of distance, and an equally
What a catch, Mac. What a catch,
All
Mac.
that motherfucking
What a
shit.
catch,
yesterday.
Mac.
Talking that shit. I'm putting this belt on your ass today. Give a nigga an inch, he take a fucking mile. Don't know how to shut his mouth.
And it's one
Big.
thing to know it, it's another thing to execute it and go
I gotta switch up my whole game. John May taught me how to switch my game up. John May taught me how to switch my game up.
They'll get this drive started. First
No,
and
sir.
10.
No, sir. You're not me. You're not me.
Mm.
You're not me. Talk too much, Johnny man. You're gonna see, Johnny man. Think it's sweet.
He just throws this one away.
Oh my God! Oh my God! Johnny man, you keep getting lucky, bro, and you know it. You keep getting lucky. That leg ain't gonna last long. Do that.
Couldn't connect on first.
Wish you would.
Second down.
Wish you would. Stop playing me.
Allen setting up play action.
You can toy me all you want. You're gonna toy and fuck around and lose. You're gonna add your loss. I'm not playing with you, Johnny man.
Broadcasters hesitate to use it's but 4 touchdowns in 4 drives, Brock. I think we can throw it out.
Wish you would. I wish you would. I wish you would. I had to. I had to switch it up. That's what I do. I know what you don't like. I know what you don't like, Johnny man. I had to go out to the old Matt May playbook. I got one more thing I can switch it up too. I got one more thing.
Bass now to kick this away. Hardman with a return.
Johnny man. Johnny man. You know me, Johnny man. You know what I can do, Johnny man. Johnny man, you know me, Johnny man. You know what I can do, Johnny man. You know me.
They're out and set.
Alright, I got one of the craziest defense in the world in Madden. Facts.
Here and shake off that previous INT. Finds his man, it's worthy. And he's gonna be brought down at the 42.
That's crazy work.
That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And it'll be first down, Kansas City. On play action, it's Mahomes. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Tough one to retain through that hit. It's up second down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. He's got his
again.
That's Travis Kelce. And he didn't get much time to secure it as he takes a shot. Good job even hang on through that catch there.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
It's Pacheco on third. And he'll have it down at the 44-yard line. He gets 6 on that play. And the Chiefs are going to have a first down.
I don't know what it is, Kate, but I love third down runs. I really do. I know the receivers don't always like it because money down, they want the ball. But a third down run for a first down could be so difficult.
Offense in the hurry up here.
A dictator like Hamani who's heading a state like Iran set himself the goal of Israel. He can no longer continue to exist. It is now the former Assistant Secretary of State.
Trying again, following the sack. Has him on the quick hitter. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. Those are the hurry-up offense here.
Into that statement, and how would that change the type of military operation?
It's the 2-minute warning now from Highmark. The Chiefs trying to make some noise before halftime. A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. Mahomes. Complete beyond the marker. He gets down to the 24 before he stopped. Offense up to the line fast.
I gotta get these guys out and build this crossbow tower as fast as possible. I don't even think I have a choice. Quickly. Well, that was close, but that should take care of things.
Mahomes on 1st and 10.
Anyway, we can't handle this.
He finds Kelce running a slant. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
The tower defense and base building strategy game that just came out recently and is already top 5 in strategy games with over $1 million. Teams on combined strategy, exploration, resource management, PvP and PvE battles, plus a whole lot more. I suggest you give it a try if you think you have a shot at becoming
Another
a team.
throw for Mahomes. This time they're going to get there and they drop him. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
I know we talk about rhythm a lot when it comes to music, but it's the same thing with the quarterback and his protection. This QB was in rhythm, but they knocked the notes out of him on that one.
The Bills are going to go ahead and call their first time out. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3.
What they did in the same quarter.
Looking to throw Mahomes. Oh no, they get him yet again. And the Bills get it back after making their 3rd
PickADilly. Yo. I'm gonna close your fat mouth.
The clock reads 24 seconds now as the final drive of this half begins.
Also say this is something the entire world needs to think about more, the day after management.
First down throw for Allen. He finds Kincaid. And he's going to be brought down up the 20-yard line. Buffalo calls it 2nd time out of the half. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. Up to the line, and they're set. 1st and 10.
Because it's easy. But putting it back together.
Play action now, Allen. And he says he's going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. On the field, it's going to be 2nd down.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
If the regime were to fall here, I'm not even sure I
2nd
understand.
down. Here's Allen again.
Organization.
He's got this complete to James Cook. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. Hitting on that shot, you totally flipped the field in the tone of this drive.
Down inside the 40 now with a 1st down following that last play.
That's an extreme case. But I don't necessarily right answer is hatred Iranian out of the country for the last 40+ years. Saw that in Iraq.
To throw again, it's Allen. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. He brings up 2nd down.
You know, in the NFL, offensive-minded teams will call it a perfect Friday. They don't want the ball to hit the ground once. And especially on these short to intermediate throws, you got to count on those being efficient and effective.
But now so many of those Iranian are weakened.
The Bills will turn to their kicker, Tyler Bass, for the field goal try. This from the right hash and a considerable distance. Has the direction, but not the distance. It falls just short. But I do see a flag out there. Let's see what the call is. Well, as we all know, this can't end on a defensive penalty. So now we get an untimed down. On is Tyler Bass for the Bills field goal try. From the right hash, this is going to be a 41-yarder. Amendola able to put it through. And the advantage now sits at 24. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. Bass now to kick this away. Hardman with a return. It's an excellent return, but he gets popped at the end of it.
We don't always know what's said there at halftime, Kate, in the locker room. Some of the adjustments offensively and defensively, but I can assure you, the special teams coach pulled his kick return team aside and said, listen, we have a chance here down double digits to spark this game.
None of it.
Get a great return to set the offense up for success. That's exactly what they did.
No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10. Throwing is Mahomes. Throwing it deep off his back foot. Had the window to go deep, but just couldn't make it happen. Now it's 3rd down.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. He has the first down.
I'm sorry.
For the Kansas City touchdown. The Chiefs cut into the lead coming out of halftime. Xavier Worthy, the touchdown. So no mistaking that play call, Brock. They send everybody on deep goes, and it winds up paying off. What a play.
And you'd think on the other side, defensively, they'd be ready for this. But this is truly a breakdown in the secondary. They're just not able to make a play on the ball in the air. And the end result, as you said, a big play and a touchdown.
And the 2-point pass falls incomplete. They tried to get aggressive, but it doesn't work.
On April 7, 2022, Cobb County Police were called to Pepper Boxing Gym in Georgia after a reported altercation.
Reed now to kick this one away.
According to the police report, Benzino refused to leave as the gym was closing, leading to a confrontation.
And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
To a nearby apartment building. Although the victim sustained a cut under her eye, she declined to press charges. What happens next is captured on body cam as officers execute a warrant at Benzino's apartment. Let's see how this went.
1st and 10 now from the 30.
Okay, we're not going to get that gun, so
It's Allen out of the pistol.
perfect. All right, now we can focus on upgrading our gun.
Forced out to his right. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down.
Okay, let's go.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call.
Let's go for that. Oh no, we lost half.
Working from the gun, it's Allen. He's in trouble, and the Chiefs bring him down. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
As much as we talk about offenses wanting to stay ahead of the chains, they want to stay on script. Well, a defense, they want to rip that script up. And a sack like that, creating 3rd and extra longs, that's exactly how you get it done.
It's an app called Whatnot.
He'll check this one down, complete to the fullback. And he's able to cross the 40 before going out. So 3rd and 16, no problem for him as they get the first.
I think this was free, people. $94. Got this for $4.
Throwing here, Allen.
So cute.
Buys time, rolling right.
But I got it for $1.
Wow, his first real mistake, that's intercepted. Fred McDuffie in to pick it off. Well, they left the locker room in front. Great position to be in, right? But a shaky start to half number 2 with that interception.
We know that no lead in the NFL is safe. A 1-point lead, something that looks insurmountable. How many of these games so often come down to one possession in the end? With a half a football left.
Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. Working quickly here. Another try following the sack. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Now it's Mahomes. He gets a lot behind one, deep downfield. That's grabbed inside the 30. And he's in for the Kansas City touchdown.
I don't know how I ended up on him.
Points on the ensuing drive. Xavier Worthy,
I
the
don't know how I
touchdown.
ended up
His
on him,
second
man.
scoring catch of the game. Butker to try the point after. And the kick is good. And the Chiefs make it an 11-point ball game. Reed now to kick this one away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Didn't make an effort to hit the landing area at all. So they're going to give them a drive starting at the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Offense in the hurry up here. After the sack, another pass on 2nd down. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. No luck finding his receiver that time. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. Allen looking to throw. Cook calls it in. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a 1st down. They are going for it. Allen. He finds him beyond the marker. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. Now the shotgun give to Cook. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Allen on the play action. Pass brought in by Amari Cooper. They manage 22 on the rip and a 1st down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and running. They hit a weak point of the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
On 1st down, Allen stays in the pocket. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down.
There was almost no resistance offered against a rush that came off the line ready to maul anything in sight. It was all the QB could do to get rid of that before he gets absolutely clobbered.
The Bills are going to go ahead and call their 1st time out. As that'll leave him with just 2 to use the rest of the way. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Now Allen off the play action.
Despite the eviction, officers
And his pass is going to fall incomplete. Just got a hand up on that to break it up. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
Man, that ball looked good out of his hands. It just couldn't get through the defense cleanly. Somebody tips it away and saves a potential completion.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. They'll motion him out of the backfield. Touchdown, Buffalo! Well, as they drive forward to one right now, looks like it should be a win, Brock. He sure has taken advantage of a nice little chance to boost his stat line. His 2nd touchdown of the game.
Yeah, you just kind of feel these two building some trust, right? Just more and more equity. Certainly paying dividends in this one, but more than likely for more games to come.
So Buffalo's going to call it a timeout. And they'll likely be very protecting of the only one they've got remaining. So after thinking it over, they're lining up for 2. action now with Allen. And he's got it. They get the conversion, and that's going to extend their lead. Well, he just caught them the touchdown, Brock. Defense obviously aware of him as they line up for two. How did they lose him? How did they get it right back to him for the conversion?
Because he's that good. In moments like this, Kate, it's not even about the play, it's about the player. And when you got a player of this caliber, you find every way to get it to him. And just because he scored the touchdown doesn't mean you don't go right back to that well. I love it.
He's got a lane up past the 30. And nearly to the 35-yard line before he goes out of bounds. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. Getting out to, and after some relocating there, Brock, they track him down away from the pocket. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Trying again, following the set. Finds him over the middle. And he'll get it up to the 44. They'll get 18 yards there. And it'll be 1st down, Kansas City. This is the end of the 3rd quarter. It's not quite over yet, but it'd take a pretty miraculous comeback. We've got a 3-score game as we get set to start the 4th quarter. From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. He fires one deep down the right side. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Taron Johnson has it.
4 picks, 1 game. Yeah, I get it. They've not all been his fault, but it isn't any easier to stomach. For the sake of his mental game, it's about time to limit things to short, easy passes or simply take him off this field altogether.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Zero caps here, Steven. Customized with your free credit scores. These pants have everything you need to manifest your money.
Operating from the gun, it's Allen. Complete to Shakir. And he reaches the 17-yard line as he's hauled down. Offense up to the line fast. From the shotgun, it's Allen. That's intercepted. Justin Reed has the INT. And the Chiefs have it after making their 4th interception of this football game. Well, Brock, if you like defense, you are loving what you're seeing right now. Consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. It's become... And that is caught. It's a Kansas City touchdown. The Chiefs parlay the interception into points. Travis Kelce, the touchdown. Extra point by Butker is up and good. And the Chiefs shave some of the lead. It's down now to 12. They recognize the situation they're in now. After that score, they're going to try to get it right back. And the Bills are able to secure this kick. And he'll be brought down after getting it to the 47-yard line. Well, kind of feels like we're starting to get to that point, Brock.
And what point is that, Kate?
You know, the bold point of the game where you have to try something bold could end up becoming a play that finally sinks him though.
Yeah, it's time for desperation. Without a defensive stop here, it's really hard to lay out the scenarios for much success. Every second matters now when you don't come up with that onside kick.
Finds a seam down the middle. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20. Play action now, Allen. Has it down close. And touchdown, Buffalo. 3 touchdowns. touchdown catches in one game is rare air, Brock. Safe to say most guys who retire can name every time they did that here.
Good game, gentlemen.
Yeah, I hope he remembers it, but also remember this. Receivers, they're a dependent position. They're dependent on the guys doing their job up front. They're dependent on the quarterback putting on the spot. And usually, when you reach a milestone like this, you love to share it with everybody else. And my guess, especially if they could find a way to win this one, this receiver will...
Man, let me eat breakfast real quick, man. I'm hungry, bro. I got hungry getting an ass beat. Damn, that shit hurt.
See if you can be successful again. They do, and they are.
I like the way you say that right there, Kate, because you almost feel the confidence, right? Like if you get it the first time, you're almost playing with house money. Even if you fail, it's still 14 points. It's not really a failure, and if you get it, well, you gain even more confidence and make that opponent think that much more.
Hardman with a return. Bouncing football. And the ball skips out of bounds. Lucky for them, no lost fumble there on the kick return.
You know what? This game is hard. So sometimes catching a break or two in just the right circumstances is a big deal. Sideline could be your best friend as a runner. Because you lose the ball next to it, there's a good chance it can go harmlessly out of bounds.
And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. First down throw, Mahomes. He's going deep this time. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. Throwing this back in the end zone.
Holy shit.
That's a touchdown. The Chiefs get it back to within 2 possessions. Travis Kelce, the touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. When you reach the status that he has around the league, Brock, well, we all at this point expect him to be making plays like this when he's targeted down near the end zone.
Yeah, I think the best thing I can say about this dude is he makes it look easy a lot of the time. And this game, trust me, is never easy. It speaks to how well he plays this position.
Reed now to kick this one away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Now Allen.
Oh, God damn. I missed it, bro.
Boy, offenses that connect in this intermediate zone are so effective. Getting the completion in that area, it not just sparks your offense, but it just turns that aggressive meter way up. They just couldn't quite find the connection.
2nd and 10 now. Escapes out to the left. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up.
You hear so many programs all around the league talk about it's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. And right there, he understood it's all about the ball, and I'm not going to risk a turnover wisely. Throwing it away.
Complete beyond the marker. There he goes again. And he takes it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. The Bills have likely locked up the win right there. Dalton Kincaid with a touchdown. A 4th for him in this game, and 1 more ties the record. That is his 6th passing score of the game. A lot of quarterbacks could go several weeks without throwing that many touchdowns. And now, keep in mind, he's only 1 off the NFL record of 7 in a single game. And now the Bills going for 2 again.
The Bills are lining up for a 2-point conversion.
Allen gonna throw again. And that one's caught. Add a couple more on to this massive, some might say insurmountable lead here in the 4th. And And they stay perfect, Brock. That's a perfect 3 for 3 now on 2-point tries. Is it just automatic at this point that if there's a touchdown, they're going to go for 2?
Well, I think until this defense stops them, that answer is going to be yes. It's not supposed to be this easy. I mean, the numbers tell you you're not supposed to have this kind of success rate, but it's really clear this defense has no answer. Run, pass, confidence, the offense is owning them.
Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Play action, Mahomes. Taking a deep shot here. And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done. Incomplete.
You know, I don't fault that look at all, Kate, downfield. It was just an excellent defensive play to deny him the ball and knock it away. That is good on good.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Looking to throw Mahomes. He's trying to go deep again. And he's there to send that one away. Incomplete.
You know, ball skills, they're not just a selling point for receivers entering the draft. Teams want defenders, especially in this day and age of the passing game, who can make plays on the ball, too, especially on these deeper throws. He doesn't swat that one away. We could be looking at a huge gain.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. To the air, Mahomes. That's caught for the 1st. And he'll be touchdown after a big play. We've hit the 2-minute warning here in Buffalo. Chiefs trying to make it look a little nicer on that scoreboard. To the line we go. They're set. 1st and 10. Back to the air, Mahomes.
Ooh, that was me. That was mine. That was mine. He tried me.
And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. Another throw for Mahomes.
You can have
That's
it.
complete. Here's
You
Brown.
can have that. You can have that. You can have that.
Inside the red zone, short of the 15. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
From the red zone now. This one finds Kelsey. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line. Again, Mahomes to throw.
Oh, God. You held on to that. Sorry, motherfucker.
The Chiefs get it back to within 2 possessions. It's a Marquise Brown touchdown.
This shit.
All right, partner, what do you think? Was that a design read, or did he just see space and he was reacting more on the old quarterback instinct there?
Yes. I think yes on both of them, and that play happens so fast that it really is instincts on both sides.
The Chiefs making the call. They're going for 2 again. Throwing again, Mahomes. Nothing doing on that 2-point opportunity. A fail on the conversion. Okay, Brock, dialing up another 2-point call. And remember when your friends didn't have a voicemail and it would just ring and ring and ring? It's still ringing. Fall short again, reaching that end zone.
Yeah, this defense not doing very good between the 20s or even in the red zone, but they do find a way to rise up. This is always my challenge with being super aggressive, is why give that defense something to feel good about coming off the field after you put 6 on the board?
And the Bills are able to secure this kick.
Hey, the numbers don't lie. The numbers tell you, Kate, time and again, it is so hard to recover these onside kicks. And when you got an opponent prepared for it, well, that makes it even more difficult.
Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. Connects with Cook.
Fuck, I want to score again. Talking this shit to me.
Now the Bills use their 3rd and final timeout. They're set up at the 35 now. Wow, they're going to pass it here. Hits his running back. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Working inside the red zone. This one's caught.
Yeah, fuck 'em. Fuck 'em. 60 burger.
So an exclamation point.
This shit a lot different than it was yesterday, nigga.
Brock has been a dominating performance.
Well, really in all phases, too. You know, I thought coming in that this would be a much closer game than how it's turned out to be. And you got to give credit where it's due. This offense has been outstanding throughout.
All right, once again, Bills have the offense out. They're trying for two. Some movement up front, and now backs even more against the wall. There was a blitz coming, and that got somebody to panic and jump early. It cost him 5 yards. Getting another shot at 2 here. Again, Allen to the air. And he gets into the end zone again. And this is just automatic for them at this point. Now a perfect 4 for 4, going for 2. Bass now to kick this away. Hardman with a return. And he's out a little short of the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. That is incomplete, down to 13 seconds left.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
A second down throw for Mahomes.
Yeah, 70 burger, nigga, fuck him. Hey, don't quit either. Let me get my point. Let me get my point. 70 points again, nigga. Let me get my point. SunnyBlack, remember you talking that shit yesterday when I was holding my baby? Yesterday he got that one, somebody blew me out and all that other type of weird ass shit. Tell him he got another 70. God damn it, I missed a fucking... Missed my damn, that shit laid out. 69 to fucking 40. That shit crazy. You shouldn't have had that many damn points. My shit laid out on me. It would lag out on my damn 70 points.
Now probably still mentally kicking himself after that missed point after. He can take a little frustration out here as he kicks this away. Hardman with a return.
Kiss it. Oh,
First on this return. And he's brought down, Brock, and that brings his ball game to a close. So the roar of